Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Looking for space. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time. Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This crowd full of throats, spreading their eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Moore will throw. Behind his man is going to be a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well played by the defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
This time on target. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it.
The 12th man more than standing out of the way. They're bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hand, it's Stewart. Doesn't quite make it to the first down block. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense to understand the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball clear in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
And he had just enough to will that one home. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Shoots it to the left.
A really nice catch there. I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships too.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you can tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play. He fired, pulled the trigger, came downfield, and attacked the running back.
Well, they're working the slot
defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Reed. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the catch. It's moves. And a good job in close here. They stop it at just a few.
Some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown Ducks. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found with the hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously I'll give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's a hit. Lions on the move. He makes the catch. They finally get to him.
traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, there was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. He does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
On the run, it's He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Let's go. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him.
Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Speeding down the left side. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And I love the way they bring on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. You know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 4 over Arizona State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy passing catch.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Intercepted, a first half turnover
is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants to go deep. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. Moore will throw. This time he's got it. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Inside his 5. And the returner is stopped.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position. But you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Trying to get the corner. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, and everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception. This guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal in their first 3 possessions. Moore to the air. Finds his big tight end. Got it out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays like we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make a catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. The designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown!
thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On that play.
Coming out with it, it's Gresham. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Stewart. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Looking for room. It's Hughes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Roll down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
How about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Extending the play. Grabbed on the outside. It's Moore. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Moore will throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 4 over Arizona State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From his end zone, he'll go up top. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
It's a great job by the defense being aware. Oftentimes when the offense is down by their own end zone, they like to throw the ball deep because they're expecting man-to-man coverage. They took the shot. The defense comes away with the interception, and what a beautiful return now, setting his own offense up in great field position.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Reed. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right, that come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Trick 9, beat.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. The screen, watch out! And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The screen, he can go. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moore to the air. And to get rid of it quickly. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll send the back in motion.
Hey, camper! Camper! Stand!
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Touchdown Ducks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's great. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Now they'll try the right side. Picks up the first down, still moving. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. He might want another play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. You'll bring it out. It's Gresham. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Moore will throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had the deep ball there, and it just dribbled through his fingers.
That one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Wants to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And some room to work. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense. But you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And runs through another guy. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it up to 16.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They'll move the tight end. Moore to the air. They pick it off. And this defense, a much-needed play. He goes down after the short return. What a play to get the football back.
This offense really felt coming in today they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, lets him get away from him a little bit. That was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get the quarterback's hand just a little bit.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Back 88.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Concepcion. Got a big window, and that throw was money. They got it at the 30.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Catch in the middle. It's great. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver to have a lot of success.
Throws to the tight end. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends him back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Stewart. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and then just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They'll try the run.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Now the play fake. He's taking the shot. Snatches it on the run. He's loose. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that shows you the importance of the run game and balance on offense. They run the football. Next play, they come back. Safeties, linebackers, bite on the run, opens up the big pass down the field. He catches it, and he glides into the end zone for 6.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd beat Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 8 over Arizona State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that.
With that space, kicked on the Jets by tradition.
And the extra point splits the upright. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20. Still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down to the 14. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The official is offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Come on, set. Okay, break.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Get ready.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the big game is got it on the 46. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. It's picked up, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. The 40. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive game.
The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying play action. The throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Moore to the air. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2.
Trick 9B! Trick 9B!
Trying to run now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're right there, David. They're on the 1-yard line. They tried throwing it, didn't get it. They just tried to run it, ran into a wall. What do you do here?
I'm going to run the ball, be physical. I got 2 downs. I'm going for it on 4th down. Be physical, downhill, get the touchdown.
Quarterback will keep it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he's made one already, and this one's going to be kicked 21 yards out. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Back to throw, it's Reed. That's reeled in, it's Moore. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Back to the ground with the running back. Not much running room here thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Leaves it with the running back. And he did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And that's where they'll have to down it just inside the 50-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the bush. Important to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
White 29. White 29.
Off play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on